Assalamu alaikum, my dear students of standard 11. Welcome to biology first paper class. How are you everybody? Hope you all are well and safe by the grace of Allah. In this video we will study about the nucleic acids. I think you know nucleic acid is a basically biopolymer which are made of monomeric unit known as nucleotides. We have two important functions of nucleic acid, that is, it holds the genetic informations and it performs the variety of other functions that we will discuss later. Now let's first try to understand the definition of nucleic acid. Nucleic acid is a big organic acid composed of numerous nucleotides found in the nucleus, and control all heredity process is known as nucleic acid. You know that nucleic acid are of two types, DNA and RNA. DNA stands for deoxyribonucleic acid and RNA stands for ribonucleic acid. So we can say that we have two nucleic acid in our body, DNA and RNA. Nucleic acid are biopolymers, macromolecules essential to all known form of life. They are composed of nucleotides, which are the monomers made of three components, that is, for a 5-carbon sugar, a phosphate group and a nitrogen base. Now we can see we will see the two main classes of nucleic acid, that is DNA and RNA. Our first nucleic acid is a DNA. Chemically, the DNA composed of three main components. First one is pentose sugar. Each nucleic acid has a 5-carbon sugar as a part of its polymer backbone called pentose sugar. Nucleic acid like DNA contains deoxyribose sugar. In the deoxyribose sugar, an oxygen atom is lacking in carbon number 2 position of pentose sugar. Everybody see the figure here, the carbon number 1, everybody see carbon number 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. This one is a pentose sugar because here 5 carbons are present. Okay, in this figure 2 number carbon, here 1 oxygen is lack. So that is why this the name of this sugar is deoxyribose sugar. Here deoxy, the meaning of deoxy means lack of oxygen. So here 1 oxygen is left in carbon number 2. That is why this sugar is called deoxyribose sugar. Another component is DNA are nitrogenous base. In the nucleic acid has two types of nitrogen base, purine nitrogen base and pyrimidine nitrogen base. We know that there are 4 types of nitrogenous base: adenine, guanine, cytosine and thymine. Among them 4, the adenine and guanine is called purine nitrogen base and cytosine thymine is called pyrimidine nitrogen base. In purine nitrogenous base have 2 ring atom. Okay, 2 ring atom in purine nitrogenous base, and in pyrimidine nitrogenous base there are 1 ring atoms. Okay, so we can say that pyrimidine base have a single ring atom. Okay everybody, and another one components is inorganic phosphate. inorganic phosphate is also called H3PO4, that means phosphoric acid. Phosphoric acid is attached to the sugar molecule in place of hydroxyl group of the 5th number carbon. So we can say that nucleotides is a component which is composed of one molecule pentose sugar, one molecule nitrogenous base, one molecule inorganic phosphate, and the main components of the DNA is a polynucleotide. So here is poly means new and nucleotides means many nucleotides. When many nucleotides combine one after another to form a chain-like components is called polynucleotides. Each helix of DNA molecules is made up of polynucleotide chain. Now everybody see the second one, nucleotides, is RNA. The main components of the RNA, first one is pentose sugar, and in case of RNA the pentose sugar is ribose sugar. Everybody see the figure. In the ribose sugar is also a pentose sugar. Here is 5 carbon present, and in this 2 number carbon oxygen is present. That is why this sugar is called ribose sugar, not deoxyribose sugar. So you can remember that in RNA, in case of RNA, the ribose sugar are present. Second one is nitrogenous base, and you know that nitrogenous base are of 4 types: adenine, guanine, cytosine and uracil. In case of DNA, here is thymine, but instead of thymine, in case of RNA, there is uracil. Here adenine and guanine combinedly called purine nitrogenous base. In the purine nitrogenous base, there is 2 rings of atom, and pyrimidine nitrogenous base, there is single ring atoms are present. Another one components is inorganic phosphate, that is phosphoric acid is present. Everybody see the figure. This one is a RNA structure of RNA. RNA is a single helix structure. There is no double helix structure. It is single helix structure. RNA found in the nucleus and cytoplasm, and it is single helix structure containing the nitrogenous base uracil instead of thymine. So a adenine pair with uracil, base pairing A, U and C, G. There are 3 types of RNA exist in the biomolecules, that is mRNA, tRNA and RNA. Another one is also genetic RNA, that means gRNA present. Okay everybody, today up to this, next class we will explain the structure of RNA. Thank you everybody.